Introduction to Java. Java is a popular programming language. It was created in 1991 at Sun Microsystems by James Gosling and his team while working on a project called Green. They named the programming language as Oak programming language at that point in time. Oak is a tree name, and it signifies at that time there was another programming language called Oak. So they have changed the name to Java. Java is a coffee seed name, and if the logo will see coffee cup symbol. Let's uncover some important or key points about Java. Number one, Java is a simple programming language which is similar to C and C++. Number two, Java is an object-oriented programming language. Also known as OOPS. Java is secure, and Java is portable, easy to move from system location other. And Java is also platform dependent. What does that mean? For example, you have written a program called test.java. Once you compile this Java program, that dot class is created, which is essentially bytecode equivalent of the Java program that you have written. And this bytecode test dot class can be moved to Windows and can be executed in Windows. It can be moved to Linux and it can be executed in Linux. It can be moved to Unix and it can be executed in Unix. Can be executed to, it can be moved to Solaris and executed without any issues. Can be moved to macOS and get executed. For this reason, Java is portable and platform independent. There is also another principle in Java, which is write once and run any number of times. Now let's look at two popular categories. Programming languages. One is statically typed programming language. Second one is dynamically typed programming language. What what does this mean? Example, in your program, you wanted to use a variable called x, which is an integer. So before using x, you need to define the data type. We will uncover data types in a moment. But if you have to define the data type before you can use a variable, that is a statically typed programming language. And if you just declare the variable and assign a value without declaring the data type, but the programming language will assign the data type based on the value it gets assigned, then that's a dynamically typed programming language. So what is a popular statically typed programming language? Otherwise also known as SEPL. Java is a popular statically typed programming language. And dynamically typed programming language, also known as DTPL. The popular DTPL or dynamically typed programming language is Python. Now let's uncover data types, Java. Data type represents the type of the data that we use in program. Let's see some examples. int weight equal to 81, double height equal to 5.8, string name equal to boolean as equal to true, etc. In the above example, weight, height, name as are variables and int double string boolean are data types. Int is a number, double is a fractional digit which allows fraction values. String is a group of characters. Boolean is either true or false, only two possible values for Boolean data type. And we will try to understand these data types using example program called employee management system or EMS. We will have certain details in employee management system. First one is employee ID. Second one is employee name. We'll have email ID. And we will have employee salary. Then gender, whether the employee is married or not. Then address of the employee. Then employee designation. Then employee mobile number, etc. So now we have to get the data types for these fields. Employee ID will usually be a number. Name can be string, which is group of characters. Email ID will also be a string, which is a group of characters. Salary might have fractional digits, so it can be double or decimal. And gender is a single character, M or F, so it's a character data type. married is yes or no, so it's true or false, it's a Boolean. Address is again string, then designation will also be string. The mobile number will it be number? No, because for example, int a equal to 10, int b equal to 20. A plus b is valid. But for example, we have a mobile number like it like this, or maybe just say 800, 700, and 6,000. So do we add the mobile number? No. Do we add one to the mobile number or two to the mobile number? No, we don't. We don't add or use addition operation of mobile number, mobile numbers. And some people, if you ask people to enter mobile numbers, they might enter in this format, which is a valid mobile number. But if you declare it as number, these hyphens will create errors, and some people might enter mobile number as this format. Or you can imagine any format that any person can enter their mobile number. And for this reason, we cannot declare it as number, just declare it as string. There is another reason why why we will declare mobile number as a string. Because, for example, you want to pull employees whose mobile numbers, which are ending in 00, or are ending in 01, or which are maybe starting with some area code, let's say 602, let's say 901. So you can pull up the employee details based on which location their mobile numbers are. So there are some string functions which we can use to pull these details. So for that reason, we will declare mobile number as string. Let's see some notes about Java. Note number one. In Java, we have both primitive, and primitive is essentially fundamental data type, and non-primitive or objects data. Primitive data is fundamental data types, and non-primitive data is objects data type. We will slowly uncover as we progress in this session. Note to most commonly used data and programming is string. String data type is zero in Java, 80 to 90% we will deal only with strings. There is another note here about primitive and non-primitive data types. In Java, we can convert primitive data into objects and objects into primitives. Primitive primitives into objects is called autoboxing. Objects into primitives is called autobox. Another note on primitive data types. O3 is for every primitive data type we have an object representation, also known as wrapper class. We will cover this in the next session. So far, we've covered introduction, Java, department, or viewpoints about Java. Then we have our introduction data types. Of Java session 101. See you in the next